I am very tired.
Dude, same. I'm like, I'm exhausted. And then last night we didn't. Oh, never mind. Panel's starting. Something's happening. They're starting early by a minute. That's Yoshi. There's no way that's not Yoshi. All right.
Yeah, glasses.
Yeah, and the hair.
Yeah.
People are just Yoshi P, Yoshi P. He was like adorable yesterday too. He like opened the doors to stick his head out to see the crowd like 5 minutes before. Yeah, he does. Last year was great because he did that with the curtain. He was just like, oh, what's he doing? Oh, why is the sound gone? Do you guys hear the sound?
No.
Uh-oh, where's the sound? Oh, there it is again. What's he doing? They have a huge theater for this, too. Like, they got the big theater for this one. Oh, come on, sound guy. Figure it out. Come on, sound guy. What are you doing?
Figure your shit out, my
Dude. That's why mic check was, like, probably an hour ago.
You have one job.
I almost want to check the PAX. Twitch, too.
It's the same stream, though.
It is, but just to see if people are talking about the sound. Over there. The stream's frozen, too. Okay. Great!
We're off to a great start.
We're off to a great start. Oh. Visuals are back. Visuals are there. Sound is still not. Alright, people complaining about the sound.
One said someone's getting fired. Oh, that depends if it's
a
a
PAX swing.
human.
Oh,
if
yeah.
it's a human issue or like an actual
Yeah.
technical issue.
Do 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 do. Well, someone on the PAX Twitch is like, "What a life-changing experience, Yoshi P! Truly enlightening." Come on.
Well,
what is
I'm
happening?
gonna take this opportunity to start my coffee.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna take
this is definitely second coffee time.
I'm gonna take this opportunity to check Twitter to see if anybody else is bitching about it.
Oh, I'm sure.
At least they haven't started anything yet. It's not like we're missing anything, it looks like.
Yeah.
I just gotta check people's Discords. Oh, nice. They got good seats.
The problem is that these things are usually like very tightly scheduled. So if we're gonna start late.
Oh. We got sound.
Hello, PAX East, and hello, Warriors of Light!
We got sound.
Hey.
You're a little ahead of me.
Oh, no.
Thank you for coming. We're so excited to see you. It's been a jam-packed week. We had patch 6.58 drop earlier, and we also had our official launch on Xbox Series X and Series S.
Let's go. Where's the
we hope
guy
you've been
even?
treating
He must be
all
in
of
the
our
back
new
or
sprouts
something.
as kindly as you can, and maybe have been picked up some extra poetics as you've been queuing with them.
Ugh, I'm capped on
That
poetics.
said, we have a lot of fun news coming,
Yeah,
so
more.
without further ado,
I have been
I'd like to
for
introduce to the stage
years.
the
Oh.
producer
Potentially
and
2 years.
director
Oh,
of Final
here he
Fantasy
comes.
XIV, Naoki Yoshida!
Hey.
Like he wasn't just out on the stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got the big
Thank you for
main
coming
theater for this one.
We got the
And,
other lady to
thank you
translate.
for watching our
Hey.
live
That was
stream.
Amy.
My name is Naoki Yoshida, producer
Yeah, Amy.
and director
Yeah.
of Final
Oh, yeah.
Fantasy
She was with him
14.
I thought we were talking about Katie.
No.
Amy.
あゆみさん自己紹介を。
Oh, yes. Hi, I'm Aimi from Square Enix.
Aimi.
I'll be helping Yoshida-san here with the translations today.
I love how people give her own cheering.
皆さん本当にたくさんお集まりいただいてありがとうございます。
But yeah,
She's a
thank you
gem.
guys so
Doing
much for
live
coming to
translation.
today's
Yeah.
panel.
Oh, look at him
Lots
again.
of awesome out here.
ファンフェスみたい
It's like Fan Fest again.
I love when he looks like that when he's just like looking out at the crowd. Yeah, they got a full.
今日はこのPAX East の、メインステージから皆さん世界中の光の戦士たちと一緒にファイナルファンタジー
Oh, I want that
14の
sweater.
ここまでの申請してからの
Right.
10年の歩みを振り返りつつ新しい情報それからこれからファイナルファンタジー14どうなっていくのかというあたりをお話しさせていただければと思います。
So for today's PAX main stage, of course, we would like to thank all of our players, our warriors of light around the world, looking back at the 10 years of Final Fantasy XIV, and then also talk about some new stuff that's coming up and how we're going to proceed from there.
改めてこうやってこんな大きな会場でですねこんなにたくさんの、
Well, there actually
プレイヤーの
be
皆さんと一緒にこう、
Yeah.
ステージでね盛り上がっていけるのは本当に皆さんのおかげです。ありがとうございます。
So yeah, just having this opportunity and having a venue to speak about our title and get together with all of the players and just get excited is such an honor. So again, I just want to thank everybody, all our players.
ではちょっと2013年の ARR レルムリボーンのリリースからここまで、累計アカウント数がどう変遷してきたかちょっと振り返ってみたいと思います。
Okay, so I'd like to take a look at our trajectory since 2013's release of A Realm Reborn and the registered number of accounts.
レルムリボーンリリースしてから400万人、そして1000万人、1800万人こうどんどん増えていきました。
So as you can see,
Do you hear like another voice in the
we've seen an
background?
increase from 4 million to 10 million to 18 million.
Is that or like something going on in the background?
ちょっと正直
Wow.
信じられない
30
数字がね
million
皆さんのおかげで
That's
こう
wild.
I didn't show the
してもら
number
ったかなと
during
思ってます。
Reborn.
But yeah, we are truly
probably
blown
don't
away
wanna
by
talk
these
about it.
numbers. It's almost unbelievable to us, but it's just
It
so
makes
wonderful to
sense
have
though
so
that it
much
would,
back,
would have been less than
a backup or
$4,000 because
support
it
from
did
you all.
feel like there wasn't that many
今日
people
この会場
around.
に
You mean
1.0 から遊んでるよっていう
It
方
felt like
ど
we
れぐ
were
らいい
playing
ま
an
す
indie
I
game.
just want to see a show of
Well-
hands. Who here has been playing since the original 1.0 Final Fantasy XIV?
おーいるいるいっぱいいる
Yay, we have some
Thank
lucky players.
Thank you
Yay,
すごいたくさんい
There's
る
like two
ありがとうござい
people,
ます
yay.
Wonderful. That's
Yeah.
good to see. Thank you.
Hey, glad that anybody stayed.
まあかなりね厳しい 1.0 のローンチでしたけど本当にここまで信じてプレーをしてくださって
Yeah, I
改
remember when
め
we
てあ
have
り
to
が
have
とうご
like
ざいます
full server.
Yeah, we did
groups to do
start
like
out really rough with the
Odin.
original 1.0
Odin, yeah,
version,
full
but
server.
I'm
Like
so
you had to
glad
wait for people to
that
log
you
in.
believed in us and you continued to stick with us. So thank you again.
ではここからはちょっと各エクスパンションごとにどんな内容だったか皆さんと一緒に振り返っていきたいと思い
You
ま
not
す
watching the panel?
So from here, I'd like to talk about the different expansions that we released and what we went through with each one.
まず最初レルムリボーンファイナルファンタジー14の立て直しからですね
So first is A Realm
Gonna eat a little
Reborn
bit more of
when
my
we
lunch
sort
while
of
we're
rebuilt
watching.
Final Fantasy XIV.
覚えてる方たくさんいると思うんですけど発売したのはいいんです
The world
が
is currently full.
非常にサーバートラブル多くてですねダイアログあんま見たくないですよね
So when we first rebuilt 14, of
Look
course,
how young
I'm sure
Yoshi
a lot of you may
was.
remember, but it's great that we were able to
Right.
release the game. But with
was a
the server
baby.
troubles and login issues, you know, you see that all too familiar
Oh,
pop-up
I remember
dialogue.
that panel.
I know, I'm sure nobody wants
In
to
the
see
show
that
and
again.
trash can.
ただ
That's
あれですよ
the
ね
panel
エンド
that
ウォー
he's
カーの時
crying.
あれの3倍ぐらいの数字をね
Apologizing for the delay in
Yeah, man.
2.0.
That said,
Oh.
those of you who tried to log in at
Yeah.
the start of Endwalker, I'm sure the numbers in that error dialogue was much higher, maybe 3 times the number.
Yeah,
7.0 は
yeah,
多分
it was.
サーバーたくさん増やしたんで大丈夫だと信じております
But with Dawntrail, we have increased the number of servers, so I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that this dialogue won't pop up for you guys.
I mean, it will still pop up. It pops up to the
It's
It's
not
so
as
sad.
big of a number.
No,
まあ、
but
アーレ
it's
ルムリボンとい
you're
うと結
waiting
構忘
5
れられ
minutes
ないのが
versus 5
タイタンみ
hours.
たいなかなり尖ったコンテンツも多かったと思います。
And of course, with A Realm Reborn, I'm sure you will have some memorable encounters, including Titan, which was very challenging.
Yeah,
ちなみに
Titan was
タイタンの
challenging
ランド
back in
スライ
the
ド
day.
で、
was hard.
30万アカウントぐらい消滅した記憶がございます。
By the way, I remember the challenge of Titan was quite tough. So with his landslide, we may have lost about 300,000 registered accounts.
まああとはあれ
Damn
で
it,
すね。
Titan.
覚えてます？ダークライトシリーズ。あれが最強装備でしたね。
Dark light attire or the armor.
I've had plenty of Titan parties that could only clear
は
after
い、
fifth stack of
まあそ
echo.
んなのがあって、続いては蒼天のイシュガルドに移りました。
Okay, and with that, we released our first expansion,
Heaven's Word. Everyone, yeah! Dude,
な
Heaven's
ん
Word
といっ
was
ても
a
蒼天のイシュガルド
time.
から、レイドには難易度のねノーマルとこうハードみたいな
I
も
remember
のが
wanting
入
to
っ
go to that
て、
first fan festival,
まあ
but
い
it
よ
was
いよ
so
コンテンツを
broke.
少しず
I
つ
was like, I can't
know.
加
afford
速化していく
this.
み
I
たいな
really wanted to go, but I
タイミングが
was
スタートし
literally
ま
in
し
a
た。
different country.
So with the
Yeah.
Heaven's Word, we tried to look at the difficulty level of the different battles,
I had
encounters,
friends in
dungeons.
the
So
FC that
with the
went. I was so
raids,
jealous.
we incorporated the normal and savage
I always
tiers.
wanted to.
ただ我々にとっても非常に学びの多いエクスパンションで、プレイヤーの皆さんからの ARR のフィードバックでちょっとレイド簡単なんじゃないかなっていうフィードバックをたくさんいただいていました。
So Heaven's Word was a lot of learning for us. We received a lot of feedback after the release of A Realm Reborn, and some of it was, oh, isn't the raid just a little too easy to get through?
No.
我々よし分かったじゃあ
What?
難しくするかと。
And so we were like, okay, fine, we get it. It was a little bit easy.
そしたらですね、やりすぎだと。Too much! って。
So we adjusted it. We adjusted the difficulty level, and now everybody was saying, no, it's too hard. You did it too far.
And then Living Liquid happened.
まあそこからねコンテンツやジョブのメカニクスいろいろ皆さんのねフィードバックをいただいてこうアジャストを始めていったというタイミングでもあります。
But with the feedback received, that is when we
Foils was
reviewed
not
the
easy,
job
though.
mechanics again and the different abilities that were available and made adjustments accordingly.
そしてなんといっても、1.0 から僕、担当するようになってなんとか開催したいと思っていたファンフェスが、開催できるようになった年でもありました。
And of course, we were able to hold our very first fan festival this year.
Wow.
さあこの1回目の
One day I
ラスベ
will
ガスのファン
make
フ
it
ェ
to
ス
fan
行ったよ
festival.
って
I
いう
just
方い
need
ま
to
す
like
By the way,
have lottery
with the
luck.
first fan festival, did any of you attend
a Lana
the
luck.
very first
Yeah.
Las Vegas fan festival? May I see a show?
Oh,
of
look
hands?
at Yoshi! He's just like,
おーいろいろありがとうござい
Oh,
ま
we
す。
have-
Thank you
Thank you.
僕が一生で最も緊張した基調講演でした。
This was the keynote presentation where I was the most nervous.
aww.
そして続いて、ストーンブラッドへ、時代が移っていきます。
Next, we released the Stormblood expansion.
Stormblood.
Boo. Boo.
まあここは本当にたくさんのフィードバックをいただいて、まあジョブのメカニクス、それからバトルコンテンツのメカニクスというところもかなり、発展、試行錯誤が続いていったタイミングでもあります。
And of course, we continue to receive feedback, and we were able to look to that to adjust the different job mechanics as well as the battle mechanics.
それと同時にコンテンツに関して
There
も
was a lot of quality of
今なお
life
たくさんの
in
方に遊んでいただいている
Stormblood.
例えば
Lot of
エウ
quality
レ
of
カ
life.
と
You
か
got Namazu, so
多人
and
数の
Omega.
大規模コンテンツを実装していったりいろんなチャレンジ、まあ
There
回
was
しきマージ
like a
ャン
lot
も
of
そうです
good
ね
things
コンテン
about
ツが縦にばっかりじゃなくて
Stormblood, just not
横にこう広がっていくタイミングにもなりました。
And of
And Monk.
course, we tried to
Hey, Sarah,
diversify
how's it
our content
going?
as well, including
You haven't missed any big
large-scale
announcements yet.
multiplayer
No, we
content
are-
like Eureka.
We
I
are
think
still
some of you
kind
are
of
still
like
enjoying
just
that
going down
content.
nostalgia memory lane with like just
Doman
each
Mahjong is
expansion, a
another
little
thing.
talk about the
So
release.
not only
Ooh.
did we sort of expand on
No
the
one plays
difficulty, now we're
Mahjong.
going for the breadth of content.
I would like
ち
to
なみ
know
に
how to play
当時
mahjong. I have no
エウレ
idea
カ
how
のア
to
ップ
play
デート
mahjong.
をプロデュースされたライブで
I tried to
やるたび
understand
に
it. I
チャットにはです
cannot.
ね皆さんの
Yeah, I have
ズズズ
no
ズズズ
idea.
っていうのが出て ノーモアエウレカって書かれたんですよね。
Thanks, Sarah.
You
Yeah,
know,
I'm
and
having
when
a
we
great
were
time.
talking about
I'm
Eureka
sad I'm
back
not
at
there
the
at
time
PAX
in
right
like
now.
a
I
live
was the
letter,
past 2 days,
and
but
we looked at the chat, and
yeah,
a lot of
no, I'm
people were
loving
going
it. I'm having a great time.
ZZZ,
Glad you
or
are.
no more Eureka.
まあでもいろんなチャレンジをしてくるからこそコンテンツの広がりっていうのがあるんだというふうに今振り返るとねそういうふうに思える、拡張だったんじゃないかなと思います。
But that said, because we took these risks and took on these challenges, that's why we were able to bring
Hi.
such
Hello.
a variety of content.
そしてそれを
do you
経
have
て
the-
シャド
the
ーブリンガーズへ続きます。
And of course, we released
I was
Shadowbringers.
actually watching the stream.
Oh, okay. Shadowbringers.
特にですね「ファイナルファンタジー14」
Like my favorite
MMORPG ではありますが
expansion
RPG として
Yes.
どれだけこう質の高いストーリ
I
ーそれからバトルの融合
hate
というのを、目標にやってきたんですけどその、集大成に近いところが作れたんじゃないかなと思ってます。
And
Yeah,
so
I
with this
couldn't
expansion,
wrap
we
my
kind
head
of
around
focused on
Mahjong
the
either.
story
Maybe
and
one
the
day,
RPG
but
aspect of it,
I'd
and
have to
trying
actually
to
put some
blend
time into trying to
together
figure it out.
the narrative into some of the combat that you encountered. And we feel that we were able to start reaching that sort of culmination point as of Shadowbringers.
皆さんのおかげでですね本当 RPG としても、随分大きく成長させていただけたというふうに感じています。
And I think because of your help, we were able to grow as an RPG as well.
でこの辺りからどんどん本当に多くのプレイヤーの皆さんがファイナルファンタジー14に訪れてきてくださることによってプレイヤーの皆さんのニーズっていうのもかなり様々になってきました。まあそこにいろんな形で対応していくという試行錯誤を始めたのもこの時期です。
And of course, at this timing, there were more and more players joining Final Fantasy XIV, and we realized that there are different needs for different players, and so that's when we started looking at accommodating for even more variety of content.
そしてそれを経てエンドウォーカーへとつながっていきます。
Oh.
And with all that, it connected into Endwalker.
こちらは MMORPG というね終わらない、物語というか終わらない世界ではあるんですが、節目ということで、1回目のストーリーフィナーレを目指すという形で皆さんに本当に
But
物語
also
と
there's a
体験を
picture of
お届
P10
け
in
して
there and
ま
I
いり
do
ま
not
した。
appreciate it.
Of course, with Final Fantasy XIV, we are an MMORPG, which doesn't technically end per se, but we tried to bring a sort of finale to a story arc at this time.
ただそれと同時にやっぱり RPG としてのストーリーの評価の高さというところもあって本当にたくさんの人に遊んでいただけるように特にソロコンテンツそれからソロでプレイすること少人数で遊べるといったあたりのシステム開発にとにかく注力してきたタイミングでもあります。
And of course, we have a lot of people who enjoyed the story, and thankfully we had some really great acclaim about our story being very robust for an RPG, and a lot of people were able to join Final Fantasy XIV. And with this expansion, we kind of focused in on solo content, those that can be enjoyed with either one person or a small group of people.
皆さんも辛抱強く待っていただいたおかげで ARR の時点からエンドウォーカーのラストそれを超えてなおストーリーに関わるインスタンスダンジョンは全てコンテンツサポーターで、ソロでクリアできるというところまでようやくたどり着くことができました。
And so, of course, we implemented the
No,
duty
that's,
support system so
uh,
that players who want to enjoy the
Eureka
story
Orthos,
and the
the first
encounters
boss.
that are associated with it can go into these different dungeons by yourself. And we were able to backtrack and support content or duty support from ARR all the way to Endwalker.
世の中ありがとうございます。
Oh, thank you, thank you.
世の中不思議なものでやっぱりこうオンラインゲーム MMORPG 人と関わって遊ぶのが嫌だということでなかなか14はじめとする MMO 手に取ってくださらない方というのも非常に多いです。
It is kind of curious because even if this is an online game where typically it's necessary for people to work with other players to play, there are certain people who hesitate because they don't want that sort of interaction with other players, and so that's why they didn't try Final Fantasy XIV.
ただ今回こういったソロ対応とかをやってくることによってじゃあ遊んでみようかな そしてゲームへ訪れてくださって、皆さんの本当に温かいコミュニティの力に触れて、どんどん光の選手たち増えて、そして育っていってるのを実感します。
That said, with content duty support, of course, that also helped. But then the
I need to give the
community
trust system
welcomed these new
another shot.
peoples, and they were able to support them
enjoy
through
it.
their growth. And I think
Yeah.
we were able
I need
to
to give
grow
them
in
a shot.
numbers
For
of
the-
our Warrior of Light. So I think that's also a
The
great
added flavor
step
that it
forward as
gives.
well.
Yeah.
そしてそれら
Yeah,
の状
I
況
need to
を
give
受
it
けて、
a good-
次に
a good
我々
shot
が
this
目
time.
指していくのが
Oh.
新たな拡張パッケージとなります。
So with all that
The
said,
circle
now we're
of
striving
life.
for the future, which leads us to our next expansion.
Yeah! Dawntrail, let's go! I'm so excited.
I'm not.
さあ、こちらファイナルファンタジー14としては 7.0 と呼んでます。
So on
Ah,
the Final Fantasy
stop
XIV
saying
team,
summer. Give me
internally
a
we call
date.
this 7.0.
Damn
サ
it.
マー
Give me a
2024
time to take off of work.
We say summer 2024 release.
おい、リリースデー
I'm
トまだ
hopeful
出ないの
too.
か。
We are 20 minutes of an,
And I
I
know
think, an
people are
hour-long
saying,
panel,
well,
so
when are we going to
I'm
find out about
hoping.
the release date?
hoping. Oh, come on! Don't put me in a
大丈
cliffhanger.
夫、もうちょっと後で話すから。
Don't worry, we will talk about it just later in the presentation.
Oh, they're probably gonna do it at the very end. Damn it!
Oh my god.
さあ、この 7.0 ドントレイルから、さらにこの先10年間またいろんなチャレンジを皆さんと一緒にしていこうと思います。
So of course, this 7.0, aka Dawntrail, is our next challenge in the 10 years
Forever debated.
moving forward.
その10年、次の10年に際して我々が、まず最初にチャレンジしていこうと思っていることがこちらです。
So one of the first challenges we want to take on for the next 10 years is going to be this.
これまで、6.0、6.x シリーズで、たくさんのカジュアルプレイヤー、ソロプレイヤーたちを迎える準備というのができましたので、ここからは改めて MMORPG としてさらに、高みを目指して進化にチャレンジをしていこうと思います。
So, of course, throughout 6.0 and Walker, through the 6.x patch series, we were making different preparations to welcome in those more casual-leaning players or people who wanted to enjoy content by themselves, solo. So, with Dawntrail, we want to aim for evolving as an MMORPG.
さあ、ではじゃあ具体的にどういうことなのというのをざっくり
Maybe they'll have a
コン
way
セ
that
プ
you
ト
can
方
get
針
through the
を
whole
お
game
話ししてい
solo
きま
without
す。
even touching
So
it.
They already
I'd
do.
like to go through what we're thinking about
Almost.
specifically in a sort of like an overview
Might be more of
of
a
our
mission though
concept.
forward.
まずその一つ目、マルチプレイという部分をさらに強化していこうと思います。
So of course, we would like to focus in on multiplayer aspect as one of those things.
それに際してラージスケール多人数で
Yeah!
遊べると
Large scale duties.
So
That's
with
what I'm
that,
talking
Sounds
about.
we
like
would like
Eureka to
to
me.
refine or to
I think that's
tackle
fine. I
on
love
more
doing like the.
large-scale duties.
You need a community
エ
of
ウレカ
people
やボ
in.
ズヤに続く、バトル系の大型の探索コンテンツというのの開発もすでにスタートしています。
So
You know what was
content
a
that
fun
kind of are in the
community
same
thing?
vein of Eureka or
restoration.
Bosnia is going
Yeah,
to be
they're
in
gonna
the
have that
works.
too.
They're gonna have it.
Yeah.
He just
Nice.
said Eureka and Baja.
Baja,
Those
yeah.
are-
この辺りもちろんまだ公表してないコンテンツというの
Yes,
も
but
開発、
we already know they're gonna be
スタートしてたり
doing
はするんですが、とにかく
large scale
ファイナルファンタジー14と
restoration
いう
thing.
ゲーム、たくさんの、価値観のプレイヤーに遊んでいただけているその力を今
I
回
don't think
7.0 以
they
降
confirmed that. They just said we're
7.1、7.2
gonna
で
be going to
こう
like
みんなで
different
遊ぶっていう
planets
こ
and shit,
とをさらに突き詰め
But they
て
did
いけた
confirm
ら
that it's gonna
Exploration.
be.
They didn't
So there are
necessarily
lots
say
of
that it
content
was
we're
going to
trying
be.
to develop right now. Some of them that may not be mentioned here today in today's presentation, but we understand that there are a lot of different values that people hold as they are playing Final Fantasy XIV. So we want to also focus in on large-scale content, multiplayer content, as we go through 7.1 and 2 and beyond.
もちろんその 6.x シリーズでね、バリアントダンジョンみたいな少人数で遊ぶコンテンツっていうのもそのシステム開発しっかりできましたので、それらをやらないというわけじゃなくて、そういったコンテンツもやりながらさらにラージスケールのコンテンツも作っていきます。
of course, we're not neglecting the solo or smaller scale content, like the variant dungeons. We will continue to update that. And so it's going to be more in parallel. We're going to have the smaller scale content versus the large participating content as well.
そしてもう一
That's
つ
great.
重要なポ
I
イント
think
が
they need
こ
to
ち
keep
らで
pushing
す。
both sides of it.
And another
Yeah.
important element that I want to cover is this.
Oh,
遊びごたえの強化というのにちょっと改めて意識的に取り組んでいきたいなと思ってます。
So of course, a more fulfilling gaming experience is how we worded it, but we want to kind of focus in on this as well.
例えば、まあ本当に世界中たくさんのプレイヤーの方のフィードバックから、まあ我々こうじゃあこの遊びごたえって何かっていうと、こうボスのターゲットサークルがこうやけくそにこうでかくなっていったりとか。
So, for example, this is one of the many feedback that we have received that kind of relates to that fulfilling gaming experience. For example, the target circle of your enemy, the hitbox, is ridiculously large at this point.
Yeah.
あとこうギミックの内容に関してもちょっと似たようなものが増えてきて、実際にプレイしていてもちょっとまたこのパターンなのかとか、まあもちろんなんだろう、こう経験が積みやすいから楽ではあるんですけど、実際にちょっと自分でプレイしてても眠くなってくるなっていうのがあったりしてます今。
And in terms of battle mechanics, they tend to be very similar content to content. And some people might feel that it's very repetitive, feels like a pattern almost. And of course, it might help if you are trying to build your like gameplay experience and try to get a hang of it. But for some players, me included, I kind of get sleepy because it kind of gets routine and mundane.
まあ僕はあんまりこうゲームしながら寝落ちすることないんですけど、
Actually, really
ちょっ
curious
と
what he
疲れてる
says
と
about
眠くなって
the
きたなっ
future
て
of
なるんで、
battle
もうちょ
content.
っとエキサイトメントを高めて
That,
いきた
that's
いと
kind
思い
of
ま
in
す。
line on what he
You
said
know,
in that
we rarely
interview
fall
of
asleep
content being
when
too
we're
easy.
playing games if we're really into it. But then sometimes when I get too tired, it's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna. So I'm trying to see if I can spice it up a little, bring the excitement back.
さあここで
Give
注
us
意
the
点です。
spice.
That said, I do want to advise you.
こういう話をすると、やばい吉田また難易度を上げようとしてるって思う方たくさんいらっしゃいます。
When I talk about something like this, I know some people might get a knee-jerk reaction of, oh no, Yoshida is going to make everything difficult again.
Somebody just shouted evilly.
まあ基本的にね難易度を上げて皆さんを困らせたいっていうわけじゃない。もっともっと興奮してもらうためにもっともっと新しいギミ
Pyro, are
ッ
you
ク
home now?
オリジナリティ
Oh, yeah,
のあるものっていうのを作っていきたいと、
Unfortunately,
そう
looks
いう
like
意
you had
思
a
表明だと思っ
blast.
て
I
く
was
だ
so
さい。
jealous.
It was
And
so
so for the
fun.
most
I
part, we're
really
not
wish I had a
trying
4-day
to trouble people. We're trying not to make your lives difficult. It's just we want to bring a little bit more uniqueness, something that is new and original into these battles. So rest assured.
まあちょっと日本語なので難しい
Instead
か
of
もしれ
putting
ないですけ
limit
ど、
cut on
もう
everything.
少しプレイヤーの皆さん一人一人が工夫する余地、
Hey, that's
自
still
分だから
spice
これ
for
ができ
every
たみ
group.
たいな
Extra
遊びごたえっていう
flares
と
on
ころを
everything.
ちゃんと
But it's
作っ
not
ていきたいと
spicy,
い
it's
うふうに
just
思ってます。
annoying because it's always
So
just the
in the
same
Japanese
mechanic.
word, there's this word kufu, which loosely translates to kind of
It's Yukov,
thinking with your own mind and kind of
Exo
figuring it out.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we want to encourage players to build your own strategies, kind of talk to each other in your party to strategize and kind of encourage that kind of gameplay also.
Yeah,
ですので、まあ我々
Can
いろ
agree
んな
with
チャレン
that.
ジをさらにこ
I
う
do love the
なんだろう
talking
リス
through
クも取りながらやっていこう
mechanic
と思うので、まあ時
kind
折
of
失
thing.
敗してね皆さんに怒られることもあるかもしれませんが、だんだん慣れてきてしまった14を
I'm
今
very
一
excited
度
what
watching
they're
this.
エキサイ
saying.
トを
What
持っ
happened?
て楽しめるように、
Where are you watching
さら
this?
に
Am I blind?
拡大させ
The
ていこうというのが当面の
14
目的
Final
に
Fantasy
目標になりま
14
す。
And so,
Twitch
of course, we
chat
would love to take
or PAX
challenges. I would
Twitch.
like for my developers to be able to take on challenges, take risks in creating their content. And of course, we may screw up. We may have a misstep, and we might
Thank
be
you.
up
You got
here
it. You're welcome.
apologizing to our players once again. But you know, we don't want things to be mundane. We want you guys to be excited as you play Final Fantasy XIV.
まあ
But I
こうなると
really
ジョブは
want
どうなるの
sport
かっていう
dungeons
心
to
配がきっ
be
と
a
あると
little
思うん
more
ですが、
interesting.
And I'm
I think
sure
they're
with this
kind of
kind of
bucketing
talk,
that too. I don't
it
think
might
they're
beg
just
the
talking about
question, like, well,
raids.
so what's going to happen to the different jobs and their mechanics?
まあジョブに関してはせっかく節目のねレベル100が来るので、今何かを大きくめちゃくちゃバトルメカニクスも含めていじるってことは 7.0、7.X シリーズではしません。今の延長線上にちゃんとアップデートを行います。
So, because we are reaching a sort of milestone level cap, which is level 100, it's not we don't intend to upset everything again. We want to just continue updating the different jobs and kind of add on to what we already have set up throughout the 7.0 and 7.x series.
Except the
まあ
things
ま
that
ず
we're
は
gonna
コンテンツ
rework.
側のね、
Oh, yeah.
よりエキサイトメントを
But
高め
they're
る
not
と
trying
いう
to
のを
overhaul
They're in a
the
bad
entire.
state. That's
7.2
why.
さんと徐々にねこうやって
It's
いこ
not
うと
like
思い
they're
ますの
trying
で
to
よろしくお
overhaul
願
the
いします。
entire
So,
classes.
of course,
and
we're going to be
everything.
focusing on the content itself and the encounters throughout
I mean, that's literally what they did
7.1,
when
2,
Monk
and
and
3
Summoner
to
though.
bring back that sort of excitement.
Well,
まあ
piece
遊
by
び応
piece
え
It
と
basis.
literally
It's
チャレ
not
ンジ増
the
やすのいいけ
turned
ど
them into
なんかちょっ
different
と
jobs.
メリットもうちょっとくれよっていうお声あると思います。
And so we talked about how we're going to bring back excitement to the content itself, but well, what's in it for me?
我々今取り組んでいるのがプレイヤーの皆さんに、獲得
Improved
していただくリワード
What would that be?
というものを大幅に増やしていこうという、ワークフローを作り始めてます。
So with that, we are looking into sort of improving the rewards so that, we can sort of bolster that aspect of it.
まあこれまで ARR からここに至るまでなかなかこの1パッチあたりのリワード、例えば装備ギアとかもっとたくさんのマウントとかなかなかここまで増やせないで来れたんですが、いよいよここから先コンテンツの幅も量もかなり増えましたので、
Exactly,
皆さん
Sarah. You
に
said
お
that
届けす
just
る
right.
報酬というのもさらに
I'm
量
glad that
を増
they're
やしていこうと
addressing
思って
that
ます。
too, and they want to make things still
And so
complex
with the
and
different expansions throughout, since we released
challenging in a good
ARR
way.
up to this point,
And
we were
rewards.
unable to increase the number of rewards per patch that we give in terms of gear or mounts. And so looking to the future and just considering how wide and broad we have become with the different content that we offer, we would like to look into increasing the amount of rewards that we are providing our players.
7.1
increasing
か
the
ら
amount of
徐々に
rewards
増やしてい
too.
く今計画になっていて、おおよそ
That's
7.3
curious.
ぐらいの時に
Yeah.
How
は
they're gonna
今の
implement
1
that.
パッチあたりの報
Like, what
酬
does that
が
actually
1.5倍ぐらいまで増やせるんじゃないかなと思います。
So the plans are in place. So our goal is that by patch 7.3-ish, we would have maybe 1.5 times more compared
Wow.
to current.
Nice. That's great. Like I'm still curious how they would do that,
まあ
but
たくさんの皆さんから
It would be cool if
た
they
くさんね
did
利
things
益もいただいてますの
like,
で、さらに還元してとにかく皆さ
they
んと
make
一緒に
Savages
さら
a
に
little
こう
harder,
14 盛
but
り上
you
げ
get
ていこうと
all
思
of
い
your
ますの
weapons
で
at one time
どうぞよ
instead
ろ
of
しくお
having to
願い
run
し
it
ま
8
す。
separate times.
So
Yeah.
with your
That would be
subscriptions
nice.
and
Would be
just
nice.
yeah, continuing to stay with us, we
Like
have
the totem
collected
from
from you. So we want to
Ultimate?
give back. So we want to continue
Yeah,
looking into
basically.
things like this.
Yeah.
さあそれらのスタートとなるドーントレイル、この内容、まあ皆さんもうご存知だとは思うんですが、改めてざっとだけね中身確認しておきましょう。
So Dawntrail, I know we've announced many information, but just wanted to do a very quick recap of
I feel
what
the
we've
same
already
way,
talked
Sarah.
about.
When I got my Uwu Black Mage weapon, like as a Black
新しい
Mage
ジ
main,
ョブ
like
バイパー
that's the only
と
weapon
ピ
I
クトマン
need
サー
until like
実
my
装されます
T1
ね。
or something like
Of
that.
course,
So
two new jobs, Viper
yeah,
and
having, like-
Pictomancer.
newer, more things. Picto.
レベ
There
ル
was
キ
a
ャップも
Cryo
つい
Picto
にレベル
cosplayer at
100
PAX
に到達、
yesterday.
まあ
Oh,
節
that's
目
so
にな
cool.
り
It
ま
was
す
so
ね。
great.
And level cap will be increased to
You
level
want
100,
DPS
which is
the
sort of
art?
a milestone
Yeah.
for us.
た
I
だ
cast
そろそろ
acrylic paint.
我々
Ah.
8.0 のことも考えなきゃいけないので、110にするの
I
か
cast
120に
titanium
するのか
white.
150にするのか、一旦全部50に戻そうか、いろんなことを話し合い始めてます。
That said, we also have to start looking into what should we do for 8.0, and do we raise it just another 10 levels, 20 levels, 50 levels? Or do we just reset everything and go back to 50?
No! No back to 50. No, no, no.
Oh
まあでも
yes,
それぐら
they
いや
have
っぱ
to
長期計
pirate.
画を持ってね、さらに
It's
こ
gonna
の
get out of
先
hand
Well,
if
it's
you
not
go
gonna
10 年
get
と
the
続け
100.
ていきたいの
Well,
で、まあいろんなことも
something else, not going backwards, though.
Oh,
That
I
said,
think it is
jokes
going
aside,
backwards.
we are looking into a long-term plan. That's why we're trying to also look at
Like,
what would
you
it
get a
look
level
like
with the
squish.
stat squish, they're gonna have
now.
to do a
Stat
level
squish,
squish.
sure,
Yeah, so say-
but not like
Oh,
going
arigatou gozaimasu.
Thank
back.
you.
Not going back to
No,
the
not-
simplicity
it's
of
not going
50.
back.
It's
It's
That's
just
what I'm
changing.
ファンの皆さんに大変お待たせしましたが
Stat squish is fine, but-
Xbox でも
It's
つい先
not
日です
going
ね
back,
正
Tyra.
式
It's
ローンチ
lowering
を
the
する
level
ことが
cap.
できました
And of course, Xbox players, thank you so much for your patience. We were able to release the Xbox version of Final Fantasy XIV.
Yeah, that went really quick. Fortunately.
さらに当然新しいエリア多数ありますし新しい敵も
Oh, I
多
completely
数出てきま
missed
す
that.
そして多数のダンジョン新しいもの用意されてます
And of course, we can't forget the new areas, new
The
threats, new
Hroth
dungeons we
whatever's-
have prepared for you.
Hroth
当
people.
然新しいレイドも始まりますし
New eras, new
先ほどお話
raids,
ししたよう
cosmic
に
exploration,
プレイ
new
ヤーみんな
dungeons,
で
new
遊ぶというコ
allies.
ンセプトでさらにね
All the new
エクスプローラー
The
ちょっ
theory
と
is
惑
it's
星を
another
皆
restoration
さんで
thing.
開拓探索してもらうみたいなコンテンツ いよいよかなり
Well, because they're gonna
で
miner on the
制
picture.
作がスタートできそうな状態になってます
Right.
I believe they did confirm
And so,
it was
of
like
course, we
crafting
have
and,
the
and
new
or
raid that's
gathering.
going to be coming.
It could be another
and then
item.
as for the large
Yeah.
scale
Could be.
content where everybody
be.
can participate would be the Cosmic Explorer, where you're on a planet trying to explore and develop.
love that
so
the new
Explore and
I think
develop.
we have our systems
They did
kind
say
of drafted
develop.
in
Allies
place,
has a
and so we
picture of a
are
llama.
getting ready for
Yeah.
production on that.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, they did say develop, so I would not doubt if it's like a diadem, Ishgardian restoration ish,
so-
not a 1-for-1, but something in that realm.
I mean, it was
Dark
super
Lander got a
possible.
glow
こ
up.
んなさまざまなチャレンジと要素を詰め込んだファイナルファンタ
His
ジ
hair is
ー
fabulous.
14 7.0 の16
I hate it. He has a man bun now.
Not 16.
ドントレイル
So of course, with a lot of challenges that we're taking for the new Final Fantasy XIV expansion, not 16, 7.0.
He had to do that yesterday. Oh! Wow! June 28th!
June 28th.
Early access! June 28th! Let's go! Putting in the time off work right now. June 28th!
大変長らくお待たせいたしました
Early
が
access!
ファイナルファンタジー14
I'm taking my time off work at this moment in time.
6月28日アーリーアクセススタートそして
Wow,
7月
earlier than I
2
thought. I
日
thought it was going to be
発売という
late July,
形で
early August.
今最終調整を最後のね
Alright, June
開発の追い込みをやっ
28th.
てると
I'm
ころで
literally
す
taking time off of work.
So thank you so much for your
Yeah,
patience.
I'm gonna
I know
have to
we
do that on
waited for
Monday
a long
once
time
I
to
figure
announce
out.
this, but
Nah, I'm
we're
doing
happy
it
to
this
say
moment.
that we are planning to start early
I'm
access
doing
on June
Friday,
28th,
June 28th
and
through
official
Friday,
release
June
on
5th.
July 2nd, and we're making our
I gotta
final
look at
adjustments
my-
on those.
at my PTO, see what I have.
I don't give a fuck. I'm taking it.
I gotta take something.
Oh, good. Payroll's the week
Early
before,
access,
so I get to do
本当は
payroll
もう一
and
週
peace
間
out, and
前
I'm
に
good.
したかったんですけど
Can I have
Sweet.
napkins?
So with this early access start
Napkins?
date, we actually wanted to start it.
I
a week
honestly thought it
earlier.
was going to be late July. Oh, they wanted to start it a
Elden
week
Ring
earlier?
DLC
What about DLC?
That's the
What?
same thing though. for
Elden
Final
Ring DLCs.
Oh,
Elden
they didn't want to
Ring の
compete with Elden
ね
Ring.
DLC
You know,
やり
it's
た
a
いで
good,
しょうから
smart move,
We
though.
figured everybody would be interested in playing
Yeah, I'll post
the
this
Elden
for
Ring
you.
DLC.
その代わり
Thank
1週
you.
間です
Oh,
give you
we
one
have a
week.
date. We have a fucking date. I'm so excited.
You have a week to play your Elden Ring DLC.
Yeah, that's all he's given you.
ですので1週間どっぷりエルデンリングの DLC 楽しんだらもうそのままサマーバケーションへ突入してください
So I'll give you 1 week to enjoy
Oh, yeah.
Elden Ring DLC.
Rin has a
and
good
then
point.
just go
July
your
into
summer
August
vacation
raid tier,
into
most likely,
Dawntrail.
then.
Yep.
言っときますけど決して僕がやりたいからずらしたわけじゃないですからね
Just want to make it
very
clear,
passive
it's not because I want to play Elden Ring DLC and then play Dawntrail.
いやもちろん楽しみですけど
Although I am looking forward to it.
さあでは、リリース日
It's true,
それからアーリーア
It's
クセスの
probably
日付を
true.
発表したのでちょっ
And
と
it's
コレクタ
also
ーズエディ
probably
ションを
because,
紹
you
介さ
know,
せていた
that
だ
would be
き
a
ます
bad business
So
move.
because we have discussed the release date, I would like to touch upon the collector's edition.
Ooh, collector's edition! Even though we
So
did
if
see
could
some
have
Dynamite
the,
stuff, but what's the physical
we want to
version?
show the
Also,
content
it's probably
of what
going
the
out right
physical
now.
collector's edition
Let me get my wallet out.
entails.
Yeah, I just got paid
Oh,
my
what's
last paycheck.
I also.
Real
do
Oh,
that.
is it good? Is it good? Is it good? Is that Aaron
That's
Hold?
the phys-
Yeah, that's
that's
the
the
physical.
physical collection.
Yeah, what is that? Oh, he's
A
got
lot.
I've never bought any of the statues, but if it's a good one. Oh, also,
It's Viper Derplander.
Oh my god, look at him
He's
taking
gotta
off
remove
his
all his
rings.
rings.
Oh my god, he just
ま
grabs
ず
it.
コレクターズエディション、まあここに全部物理でね、持ってきたんですけど、
Ooh.
今回、フィギュアがまたついてます。今回バイパーの
It's kind of simple, but I like it. How much is
フィ
it
ギュアにな
though?
って
Is
お
it
りま
worth
す
the money?
Okay, so getting into the contents of the
It's
physical
not.
collector's edition. As you can see, we have
Depends
our
on the
high
price.
quality Viper figure.
Also, the Heidelin Zodiac statue, they had a physical one at PAX. It is
そして
actually
冒険には
gorgeous.
欠
It
か
looks
せない
way better in
今
person
回
than it does online.
え
Ooh.
A map
Oh,
of
that's
Eorzea.
ファイナルファンタジー14
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Like that.
Yes, we can't forget
I like
Alright.
it.
our map.
I'm gonna go on the
of
Square Enix site
the
right now.
realm.
I wonder if it's available now.
It'll probably go on
そしてちょっと待って
maybe
くださいね
today. They usually do that.
It's probably gonna
You see the
drop
dates?
this panel ends.
そして、光の戦士たちが冒険でね使ってる
What's that?
愛用の機構録を今回ね物理アイテムとして作ってみました。
Okay, next is the unending journal,
Oh.
unending journey as a journal form.
Oh.
Sorry.
でまあこちらね当然中身皆さんで埋めてってくだ
Oh,
さい。
it's just
Oh,
a
so it is
notebook.
literally a
It's
journal.
adorable,
So,
though.
you can note down your adventures in this book.
Cute.
そして続いてがですねこちら何かというとちょっと古風な、ペン入れになってます
And so this, it's actually sort of like a vintage-looking
paintbrush holder?
pen case.
かなりこだわ
Oh,
って、
yeah,
ね
it could
作
be
り
a
ましたの
paintbrush
で、まあ、冒
holder.
険者
Listen,
感というの
I
を
got
大事
plenty
に
of
しながら
paintbrushes
作っ
that
て
need
ま
to
す
be held.
But yeah, we
And a
were
beautiful
really
leather case.
meticulous about the design of this pen case, kind of replicating that
that's
feeling of an
cool.
adventurer taking his sort of writing
Yeah.
utensils and storing it into
Yeah, but this
this
is
kind
gonna
of
cost
envelope.
like $250
で、
probably.
まあこう
Worth.
巻いてですよ
You can roll it up.
At the very least.
巻いてで
It's
すよ
probably not going to be as much as the Heidelin Zodiac.
Oh
これは
god,
これで
no.
こ
And
you
it
can
has
take
a
it.
string that you can close
Ooh, I love that.
うまあ
That's
なのでペンだけじゃ
adorable.
なくてねいろんなもの収納してねこうバッグに持ち運びやすいように、なってます
So of course, you can utilize this for not just pens, but any sort of stick-like objects to put in there.
Pictomancers, you know, like myself.
そしてちょっと待ってくださいね手袋した方がいい
Actually,
の
this
かな
love-
one we might
there's the
want to
gloves.
wear
Just
gloves.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What do
Or
you
do
mean?
we?
もちろんこの
He does
天
not
野先
like
生の
those
ね
gloves.
最新書き下ろし
He
の
had to take off his rings and then he gave up.
特装ボックスついてきます
Of
That's a
course, we
cute
haven't
box.
forgotten the decorative arch box featuring
Oh,
the
it's
Yoshitaka
shiny. He's like,
Amano.
stop flashing the
Mr.
camera.
Yoshitaka Amano.
はい
Yeah,
というわけ
exactly.
でちょっと
He
コレ
said,
クタ
fuck
ー
it,
ズエ
this
ディ
is
ショ
my,
ンの
probably his
今回
anyway.
物理アイテムですねご紹介しましたちょっと待ってね IL 上げるからね
So these are the physical components of the collector's edition. Sorry, let me put my accessories back on to get my eye level up. Okay.
さあじゃあまあコレクターズエディションがねこんな感じになってます
This is our collector's edition physical items.
I'm definitely going to get the digital collector's edition.
Yeah.
ま
I
あ
wanna
今
see
紹
what
介
it
し
is.
た
Oh, I
内容
always get
一覧になって
digital.
おりますのでぜひ
I'm still
さあ
curious how
コ
much
レク
it
ター
would
ズエ
be
ディション物理どう
because
しようかなと悩んでいただ
might
けれ
be
ばと
worth
思い
it.
ます
I do
So
like
and this is
everything
a
Yeah.
that's
list
in
of the
there.
physical items that will be included in the collector's edition.
If it's
you
less
could,
than
please
300, I'll consider it.
pre-ordering this. But yeah, your
can't afford
consideration
it.
would be definitely appreciated.
ありがとうございます
Yeah. Definitely better than
ちょ
a
っと聞い
lot.
てみようかな
I'm gonna be a Viper man
ちなみに ARR から全部のコレクターズエディション持ってるぞ
I
っていう
wish they
方
had
い
a
らっしゃい
like
ますか
a
Just out of
difference. Like, give me a
curiosity,
Pictomancer
who here
or
has
Viper.
collected all of the collector's editions since ARR?
Oh god, digital,
ありがとう
yeah,
ございます
Digital, yes.
yeah.
Gosh.
Physical, no.
Thanks.
Six.
面白いのがねスクエニのスタッフも手を挙げてるのがちょっと面白い
I just
Demolish
noticed that
collector's
some of our
edition.
Square Enix staff also
I've-
raised their hands.
I've
Very
never gotten
interesting.
into the physical ones. I
個人
want
的
to
に買ってくれてありがとうね
though. So
Thank you
bad.
so much for your purchase.
さあここまでちょっと物理、アイテムの
I wonder
紹
if they
介を
just
しま
get
し
a
たので、
discount
こ
or
こ
if
から
they
は、
give them for free or
They have
whatever.
デジタル
to
の
buy it.
コレクタ
They
ーズ
probably
エディ
have
ショ
to
ン
buy
の
at
アイテ
least
ムを
I feel like
some
they
of
get it
them.
紹
for
介したいと思い
free.
ます。
Okay, so we went over
The
the
fact that they
physical
bought it,
items
he's
and
probably
collector's
like,
edition.
oh,
Next, I would
okay.
like to talk
Yeah.
about
No,
the
not
digital
everyone.
items.
I'm sure
その
some
前
people
に
get it for free,
そ
but
れに
not
関係す
everyone.
る
Yeah,
動
they
画
probably
を
get like
ちょ
a
っと短
huge
いですけど
discount
ご
or
覧いただこう
something.
と思います。
So
It's
in
probably
regards,
gonna be,
in relation to that, we brought a short
either a
video to show you.
paintbrush or
Please roll
a-
video.
Nope.
Oh. It's gonna be the. Whoa. I'm assuming this has to do with like an older.
Playing Final Fantasy VII music.
Oh, is this the
Mount.
mount that we're gonna get for the?
A what? Is it a Gundam?
Oh, that's cool
Transformer?
looking. Oh, hey, look, it's
What?
Cruise Chaser V2.
Yeah, I was gonna say it is like literally a reskin Cruise Chaser. That's funny.
That's awesome.
That is literally Cruise Chaser.
Oh, it has a gun.
But it's a Gundam
It
S
has a
It has a
gun.
big gun on the front.
arc. Ooh.
Gundam.
Fancy.
Inside it?
A wind-up garnet?
Oh, yeah, I was
Chocobo
gonna say
Brush!
that's
Chocobo
that's
Brush.
9. I was
今
right.
ご覧い
Oh, and the
ただいたの
Chocobo
が、
Look at that
デジタルの
brush!
コレクターズエディションインゲームアイテム、マウン
It's
ト
so
のアー
adorable.
クとなります。
So yeah, the video that you've seen, as it's pretty
But that's
self-explanatory.
also
But
from
one
the
of the digital
physical.
items that you can receive in the collector's edition is the arc
Yeah,
mount.
that's what you
で
get
そ
from
して
buying the
そ
physical
の後で
edition.
完成上がったのはきっとガーネットの
I think it's either or. You get both.
と
Yeah.
思います。
I
And then
believe
I'm
if you
sure
buy
people
the
had cheered
physical,
for
you
that
get the
garnet
digital
menu
items
too.
as well.
But I don't know if the digital items are the same. for
そして
if you buy the physical or if
武器
you
の
buy the
方
digital.
は、
Should be.
新しく追加となるピクトマンサーの、武器である筆、そのチョコボの筆と、もう筆すでに用意してくれてる人いる。
So of course, with the Pictomancer being implemented, the glam weapon is going to be the Chocobo's brush. And I see in the audience somebody already has a Pictomancer brush.
Oh, is that the Cryo Picto?
すごい。
That's
もう
amazing.
完璧にク
That's
ルルさんになっ
perfect.
て。
Oh, it's Cryo. Oh,
Yeah, it's the Cryo
thank you.
Picto.
Perfect.
That's probably the
Hey,
same
こちら
girl that was
が
there yesterday.
デジタルアイテムのコレクターズエディションですので、ちょっとここで SKU の説明だけ簡単にしておきます。
So again, these are the digital items, but we do have a kind of complex sort of SKU lineup. So allow me to explain.
基本的にはエンドウォーカーと同じなんですが、ちょっとおさらいしておきましょう。
So
Okay.
the setup is just like our last
Okay.
expansion, Endwalker, but just wanted to go
Okay,
over
so the
this really
digital
quickly.
has the same
ま
items,
ず
I guess.
Yep.
Okay.
Windows
And that's good too that, like, say if you get
I
the
would have to
digital
buy the
collect-
collector's box
されてる
and the
方
digital
で、
collector's edition.
コレクターズエディションを買うぞという方は、一番上のコレクターズエディションを買ってい
They,
た
I
だ
like
けれ
how they
ば、
separate them. So if you want, if you bought the digital collectors and then you're like, shit, I wish I could go back and get the box. You can buy it as a separate thing. You don't have to
Well,
buy the whole
Because you
thing.
can only
If
get
you are
digital
playing
collector's
on a
edition
Windows or
for
Mac,
Steam.
not Steam, I'm sorry.
Oh.
But that would be the
Yeah.
top row
Oh,
where you see
I
that
have
collector's
mine just
edition.
Windows.
This is
I
the
don't
whole
have
bundle
Steam
where
for-
the
for
game,
14.
the
The other
expansion,
thing,
the physical
Tyra,
goods, and the
is that you
in-game
can
items
always
come
buy the
in one
standard
package.
edition
そして
and upgrade it
プレイス
later.
テーション
Right,
4、
right.
プレイステーション
Which is
5、
done for
Xbox、
Forever
そして
Born.
Steam でプレイされてる方で
I don't know if
さっ
I
き
did
ご
it
紹介
for
し
something
た
else too.
物理の、コレクターズ購入
Yeah,
された
sir, this
い
should
方は
just
グ
be
ッズ
like
だけのボ
usual,
ック
I
スというのがある
believe.
ので
The only thing that I'm
そ
not
れと
100% on is just the
この
collector's box one.
下にあ
I
るデ
think
ジタ
that
ルコ
might.
レクタ
I don't
ー
know if
ズ
that's
エディ
new
ショ
or
ンを
not.
購入していただけ
But I
れ
do
ば
like that that's
ど
a
っち
thing.
も
So
手
you
に
can
入る
buy
ようになって
digital
ます。
collector's edition,
So
and then if you
you
like
are
last
playing
second,
on
like,
a
oh no, I want the
PS4,
box, you can like
PS5,
buy that after.
Xbox Series
I love
X
that.
or S, or Steam. So we have the physical items packaged by themselves as a collector's box,
good that they're
and then the
doing that.
digital items would be bundled into the digital collector's edition.
Oh,
そ
so you'd
し
have to
て
get the
もういいん
digital
だと
collector's edition
物理はいい
in
ん
the
だ
box
とマ
to
ウン
get
ト
it
アークを
and
早く
play
よ
it.
こ
Hopefully
せと
they're
いう
the
方
same
は
price
デジタ
though.
ル
You know what I
コレ
mean?
クター
Like,
ズエディションを買っていただければ大丈夫です
I'm
If you
refreshing the
just want
store
the
screen.
digital items, you don't care
it
about the
says
physical
coming
I'm
soon.
items, you
surprised
need
that
the
they
arc
don't
mount.
have like a
Then you
standard
can go for the digital collector's edition.
collector's
そ
edition
して
and
最
then
後
like a
スタンダードエディシ
master
ョン
one, which includes
何
all
も
of
つ
the
いてこない
goods.
ノーマルの
Because
パッ
some
ケージ
people
です
just want the game and in-game
And then
items. They
finally,
don't
we
care
have
about
our
the
standard
goods.
edition. This is just
Well,
the
then you
expansion.
just do the
多分
digital.
この会場にいる
Well,
方
that's the
と
thing. The digital,
配信をご
I
覧の
don't
皆
use
様に
Steam,
は
so the
ス
digital
タンダードエ
collector's
ディションは多
edition
分
I
関
can't
係
get.
ない
I'd have
で
to
す
get the collector's
No, I
edition.
thought that
And
is that
so
No,
not?
for
you
those
can get
people
You
both.
can
who
get
are
that.
enthused about our
It's
collector's
not-
edition,
it's
not
collector's
exclusive
edition
to
will
just
only pertain
anything.
to you.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he said it was just for the
さあとい
consoles
うわ
and
け
then
で、
Steam.
I don't
No,
believe
no,
so.
no.
No, it's for people who
Also
can't
said
do the
これら
collector's
改めて、
edition.
ウェブサイトの方でも
Gotcha.
詳細説明されますので、ご確認いただければと思います。
So yeah,
'Cause
I
usually I
understand it's a
do
bit
the digital
complicated,
collector's
so we will
edition every
be
year.
having a website set
Every
up so that it
expansion.
explains the different lineups. So if you wanted to get
I'm
more
refreshing your
details, we
website.
encourage you to look at that
Let
page.
me know when I
あ
can
と
buy
1個
and
注
for
意
how
点です
much.
が、ファイナルファンタジー14はエンドウォーカーから
already
もう
took my
一切
time off
物
of
理パ
work,
ッケージを作って
Come on.
いないので、お店に行ってもドントレール売ってないので
Accidentally
ご注意くだ
paused
さい。
the
And
stream.
another point of caution, and you may be familiar with this, since Endwalker, we have not produced a physical disc version of the game or the expansion itself. So please be warned, if you go into like a game retailer, you will not find the standard edition disc there anymore. It's all digital download only.
Yeah.
はい、
That
忘れない
makes
ようにしておい
sense.
てください。
Okay.
There's like no disc things
では、
anymore for like
7.0
newer
グ
platforms.
ラフィックスのアップデー
Everything's
トを行う
digital
ということで
now.、Everything's digital now.
特に皆さんの環境を、ア
Yeah,
ッ
which is
プグレー
fine.
ドという
I
か、
mean, as
ね
long
必
as you
須
get
の
your
環境
a
等
code
々
so
変わ
that
って
you
ますの
can
で、
continue
改めてちょ
download,
っ
it
とご
doesn't
紹
really
介さ
matter.
せてください。
So
Yeah.
of course, with the different updates that we're making, including the
This will be
graphical
the first
update,
expansion I will
I'm
buy
afraid
for
we will have
PlayStation,
to
though.
adjust
That's
the system requirements for your platform.
これまでにお話ししてきた部分とちょっと一箇所だけ変更
Oh,
を
I'm
させ
so
ていただ
Oh,
け
excited.
they
ると助かりま
changed
す。
the
Oh, they
which is the
upped-
singular point
upped the
on this
Intel
chart of
Core
system requirements.
CPU.
Oh,
USB
shit.
Windows の環
i7-7700.
境で CPU、必須動作
They
環境の中に
upped the minimum
Intel Core i7 の
For CPU
6700
only, it
と
looks
いうふう
like.
に表記させていただいてたんですが、
Graphics card's still the
Gotta buy
same.
our shit.
7700にちょっと変更
No,
させ
we're
てく
gonna
ださい。
buy two
So
new.
originally on the Windows platform,
Graphics
the
card.
required, the minimum system requirements indicated
I
Intel
should be more
Core
than fine.
i7 6700 series
Yeah,
or
I'm
higher.
not gonna be fine.
We are going to be bumping it up to require the 7700 series.
Yeah, no, it's just
なぜか
CPU
という
that they
と、
It's probably
こ
for
の
longevity,
6700という
sadly.
Yeah.
CPU と特定のグラフィックスボードの組み合わせの時、
Luckily, they
極
didn't
端に
increase
パ
the
フォーマンスが
graphics
落ちる
card
と非
minimum.
常にそのグラフィックスカードと CPU の
Yeah,
相
it's
性
still
の
a
悪さみたいなの
970 or
が発見
higher.
されたので、あともう一つ
And
6700が、
recommended
昨年
2060,
で
which I have a
Windows の
2070
サポート
Super.
が終了
I
す
have
る
to
ってい
see
うの
what
が
I have. I
発
think I
表
have
され
like
たことがあって、
3070.
まあ、この先10年さらにということを考えるんであれば7700とさせていただいた方が
The graphics
分か
card
り
is
やすい
still
のかな
really
と
low
いうふうになって
compared
お
to
ります。まあ、お
Yeah.
そらく皆
Yeah,
さ
it
ん大丈
really
夫だと
is.
思うの
But
で、
I'm glad
こ
they,
こだけ
because
ご
with
注意くださ
everything
い。
that's happened in the past few
So
years,
there are a couple of reasons
graphics
why
cards
we
have been
had to
harder
bump this
to
up.
get.
One is
140
because
gigs.
with
I'm
some
gonna have to do some
combinations, the
cleanup.
CPU and the
Yeah, me
graphics
too.
card seems to have seen issues in
I
performance.
have bad
So,
space issues
that's
and
one
everything.
reason. And then
I fill up.
it seems
Well,
there's an
it's
announcement
including
that
what's already
the
there.
6700 will no longer
is
be
true.
supported on the Windows
it?
platform, and it was
Yeah.
announced last year that that's
It's probably
It's
for
the
the
whole
game as
game
an
itself will
entirety.
be
that
140
it
gigs.
was
But
better
don't
So-
to
but
bump
don't
it
you end
up
up re-downloading
so
the
that
entire
we'll
game?
have a supported CPU.
It'll rewrite it.
So
Yeah,
I'm
it'll
hoping that
rewrite it.
everybody's
Yeah, so you
okay on
still
their
have
machines,
to
but just in case, you might
download
want to double check your
140.
CPU.
そして
Still probably
すご
want
い
to
ちょ
do
っと
some
重要
cleanup
なんです
before
けど
then.
Yeah, I'm gonna
HDD
clean
ハー
up,
ドディスクの
move
容
things
量は
around,
できるだ
whatever
け
needs
たくさん
done.
開けといてください
Same.
And another
Oh,
thing,
4K.
the let's see, the HDD available disk space. I hope
Yeah.
you are able to
Gigs is a
secure
lot.
enough
I
space
just
for the
double
game
checked.
to
I
be
got a
downloaded onto your
3070, so
machine.
I should be good
今回グ
for.
ラフィックスアップデ
I
ー
should
ト
be
によ
good for
って
this
非常に
entire
高
thing.
階のテクスチャーとか
No,
が
I meet
こ
the
れまでに
minimum requirement,
リ
but
リ
I
ース
do
してきたア
not
イテム
meet the
全部に
recommended
どんどんかかってい
requirement.
くので
Yeah, you're
ちょっ
gonna
と
wanna
タッチサイズ、
get some
ゲ
upgrades.
ームサイズ
But then
非常に大きくなりますので
KM
ぜひご注意
found
ください
an AMD
With the
7800 for
graphical updates,
$500.
a lot of high-res materials
gonna get
will
two
need
of
to be
those.
I'm still gonna
downloaded
aim
into
for
the game.
maximum
So
because
patch
power
size, the
supplies
usually
gigabyte
when
size
it
will
comes
be
to that
quite
stuff.
big, so
$180
please be
each.
advised.
Oh,
そして
Sarah, I
そ
just
して
read your
お待たせし
message
ま
on
した
Twitch.
こちら
I
が
have
バック版の
never,
はい
I've never
と
played
なっております
No one
バックでプレイ
played
され
F1
ている
man.
方もです
I've
ね
never
ぜ
played
ひ
FF9.
こちら
I need to
ま
go
あウェ
back
ブサ
through
イ
the
ト
old
の方に
Final
もしっ
Fantasies
かり
at
載
some
せます
point.
のでご確認いただければと思います
And of course, for those of
think I
you
got a
who
message
play
on
on the
YouTube
Mac
too.
platform, we have updated the
I don't know why I've
requirements
gotten
on
the
that
same
as
message
well.
like a million
Again,
times.
we will have a website available to reference for these different details of your machine specs.
Well, thanks.
はい。では、発売日もアーリーアクセスも発表したので、
I
じ
haven't
ゃあ
found a single person that
プレ
plays
オ
on
ーダーい
Mac.
つからだというお話をさせていただきます。
Amanda Aiken
Okay,
did
so
or
we
does?
announced the early access and release dates,
the
so
only
let's
person that
go
I've heard of
into
who
pre-ordering
play on
the
Mac.
expansion.
Vane did for a
ま
little
ず
Pre-order.
は
bit.
当然プリオーダーしたら何がもらえるのかからいきます。
Oh, you guys
Of
are ahead
course,
of me.
we'd like to talk
Get
about
the
the
wallet
bonus
out.
items that
I'm
you will
not on-
receive
yeah.
when you pre-order.
Oh yeah,
Wind
this
Up Zidane
this was
and
good.
a
I'm adding
Semis.
too
Ooh.
recently. I don't know if you guys
プリ
saw
オー
that.
ダー予約をしていただくと
Either
I was
there's
spoiled
gonna be
about
some
this
ギタ
one.
ーそれからアクセサリーアーゼマイヤリングという
There's
新しいアイテム
gonna be some
装備アイテムですね、
Yeah.
皆さんにお届けします。
So, of
And
course, when you
Zidane
pre-order, these are the
and
in-game
Garnet.
items that you would
Zidane
receive. A Zidane minion and then an Azuma earring.
ここまでやたらと露骨なファイナルファンタジー9推しですが、なぜなのかは言わないでおきます。
You may have noticed a lot of Final Fantasy IX references here, but
Yeah.
the reason is a secret.
The reason, of course, the
The
reason
reason
is a
is
secret.
See, there's
こちら
definitely
の
gonna be some
アー
nice
ゼ
Yeah.
マイヤリングに関
Please
して
look
は、
forward to
レ
it.
ベ
Does
ル
that mean that I
90
need
ま
to
で
play 9 before
モンスターを
before
倒した時の討
Dawntrail?
伐経験
Just in
値が
case.
30%
No, Pyra,
アップします
because you
し
would have had to have
プレイ
played
ヤーのジョブのレベルクラスの
It was a
レベル
joke.
が上がれば性能
It
も
was
自
a
動的に
joke.
上がっていくというアイテムになっていますので
And
レベリングに非常に最適になってます。
It was a joke.
So of course,
Or-
with
yeah.
the Azuma earrings, this is similar to the last pre-order bonus, but whenever you defeat an enemy, the experience points that you receive will have a 30% boost, and then the stats on the accessory itself will also kind of scale as your player
Oh,
is
so it's gonna be the same
leveling your
type of earring.
character.
Yeah.
So it does become
Yeah.
quite
It's gonna be up
advantageous
to
when you're trying
90
to level your
probably.
character.
Yeah.
はい、そしてプレイオーダーの
Which means that earring is gonna be
特典
useless
と
to
して
most of us.
アーリーアクセスの権利が皆さんに付与されます。
Which is fine.
So of course, if you pre-order the expansion, you will have early access.
でちょっと忘れないでくださいね。
Yep,
今回
shut
の
up
拡張
and
が
take
初め
my
ての
money.
14の拡張って方もいらっしゃると思うんで。
That's the
So
vacation
of course,
date.
I do want to
That's
caution
our
you
vacation
because
date. Mark that
there may
down.
be some of you who
June
are purchasing an
28th,
expansion for the first
Friday.
time with Dawntrail.
予約をしないとアーリーアクセスの権利
Yeah,
がな
I
いの
will
で。
always
やったー
pre-order
6
it.
月28
I will
から遊べ
always,
って
as
言
long
って
as
予約
life
を忘れてる
allows,
とみん
take
なこ
off
うバーって夏休み行って
Friday,
るのに
the early
自分だ
access
け
date,
7月
and
2
then
日
the
まで待たなきゃ
entire
いけなく
next
なるの
following
で注意して
week,
ください
I
ね。
will have that like
So you need to make
8
sure you
days
have
of just
pre-ordered
like
the
8, 9
expansion
days
in
of
order to
just
gain early
the
access.
new
So if you
expansion.
don't
Like
pre-order,
I go
while
in
everybody's going on summer vacation, June
balls
28th, and you realize, wait, I haven't pre-ordered, so you have to wait until the actual release, which is July the 2nd. So if you want early access, you might want to pre-order.
では
Oh, I get
プ
a
レオーダ
free
ーその
day
予
off
約開始日に関してです
the
が
following week.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
let's do-
July 4th is the
start
following week. Pre-orders begin
And
March
so
26th.
pre-orders
3
will
days.
begin next week.
Let's go.
Next Tuesday at
スティーブも、
9
この日からス
a.m.
タートするんですが、
No,
スティーブ版以
11,
外は
Noon.
12, noon.
予約サイトか
Noon.
でそれぞれの時間で開くのでチェックしていただきたいんですが、スティーブ版
Nah,
は
I
全
got a
世界
credit card.
同時に
Pre-order at
TTD
noon
Put it
on
on there.
9時に
Let's
開くので
YouTube Pirates
ご注意
deal
くだ
with
さい。
it.
So of course, the Steam version will be one set time globally. So it's on the disclaimer down there at 9 a.m. PDT. But the rest is local time, 9 a.m. Let's see,
Oh, it's
America
local
would be West Coast time, but
Oh,
そして
okay.
さっきご
Yeah, so
紹介した
that's
The
noon
Steam
for
and
us.
Windows at the same time.
ちょっと待ってね。これ、
Oh, wrong
こ
way.
の2つのアイテムは
Where are you going, Yoshi?
プレオーダーしていただいたのが確認でき次第、レターモーグリがすぐに皆
I'm
さ
the
んのと
same
ころ
way,
に
Sarah.
運び
Like,
に
I've
行き
never
ま
been
すので、
disappointed with
7.0 を待た
expansions.
ずに
There's, of course,
ア
you're
イテ
gonna
ムをお
have things
届け
that
し
you
ます
love
の
and
で、
don't love,
ぜひ
or like
早めの
some
予
things
約
that
をお
you know are
願いいたし
frustrating,
ます。
like with Endwalker,
and
you
of
know,
course,
queue
the
times and stuff.
in-game
But like,
bonuses that you
I just
receive
love
with
this game
pre-ordering
so
will be
fucking much.
delivered to you via delivery
just
removal
so
as soon as we are able to
good.
confirm
It's
the pre-order. So
I
you
love
are
it.
able
I love
to
this game
access
so
these
much.
before the expansion
I'm a
launches.
cheese.
え
The
Nice.
earring is gonna help with Viper.
まあた
Yeah.
だ
Thinking about it.
ね、
Yeah,
ちょっ
for
と不安なのが、
And
ね予約サイトが
Beastmaster?
ダウンしなきゃいいなっていう。
The only
Right, 'cause
concern
I
that we
super
have
care
is I
about
hope
that.
the pre-order site
It'll
doesn't
help
crash
with
again.
the
Pre-order site
upgrade
now.
Blue Mage.
あとこうレターモーグル
Yeah,
たちが
that too.
もう無理クポ疲れたクポってちょっとね遅れる可能性もあるんで
In our poor delivery Moogles, they may be like, oh, I'm so tired, Kupo.
Oh.
まあい
Poor
ずれにせよ
Moogles.
ちょっと予約をしていただいた方から順次アイテムすぐにねお届けしてまいりますのでぜひ予約の方よろしくお願いします。
That said, we will be delivering these in-game items as we confirm your pre-order, so we would encourage you to do so.
はい。さあでは、1時間にわたっていろいろお話ししてまいりましたが、ドーントレイルのお話はこの辺までかなと。
3
So
fucking
yeah,
days.
we had about 1 hour to speak about our new expansion. So I think that kind of wraps up discussion about our Dawntrail expansion.
Yeah, I didn't think there was gonna be anything
ただですね
like
昨日
groundbreaking.
He's probably
PAX
gonna
East
say
の
one more thing
方でですね、ファイナルファンタジー
because
16
Yoshi
の
P from
パネルが
16
ござい
The
ました
crossover,
Yoshi
yeah.
P was gonna
Said,
say
I
something
know
that day.
there was a panel on Final Fantasy 16 just yesterday.
That's literally what
パ
he's
ネル
doing.
を見ていたらですね、ファイナルファンタジー16の
He
プロ
will.
デューサーの
He needs to start wearing a
吉田 T がです
mustache
ね
for
And in that
when he
panel,
talks about
the
16.
producer,
Oh
Yoshida,
God.
クロスオーバーク
Doing
エ
that.
ストの
He
あの
does
開
not
始
get
日
tired of
ヨシ
this
ピー発
joke.
表していい
He
よっ
was
て
so
言ってく
happy
れたんで
yesterday. He was just looking around the
mentioned
room
that,
like,
oh yeah, Final Fantasy 14 producer director, you're welcome to announce the crossover quest line release
when's this coming
date.
out? Give me a date.
というわけで
Give me a
4
date.
月2日から
April 2nd.
April 2nd.
We got about a month.
So
A
that
little over a month.
April 2nd is going to be the date that
Nice.
the crossover quest line will become available.
まあ約
Yes,
1ヶ月ですね
Queen.
4月入ったらすぐにスタートしますので、ぜひぜひご
I
期待
hope
くだ
there's
さい
no spoilers
So
for.
it will begin as soon
There
as we
shouldn't
enter
be.
the month of April. So I hope
I don't
you,
think there will be
take a
because
look.
there's still a lot of people
ま
that
だまだ
haven't,
16
like myself,
PC 版を
played
楽し
because
みにお待ち
It's not on PC
くださってる方もいると
PC. I was hoping
い
we
う
were
ふう
gonna
に
get a
思い
PC
ます
date
ので
yesterday, but we
今
did
回のクロ
not.
スオーバークエストは、
wanna
16のストーリーの物語の序盤とのクロスオーバーになっているので極端な強いネタバレはできるだけしないように
I loved
でも報酬が豪華に
Yes, sir.
な
I've
るよ
been
うに
playing
一生懸命
like
14
since
チームと
January
16チーム
2015,
力を合わせて
14.
作りました
2015 Final Fantasy
And of
XIV,
course,
and I
we understand
love
that
it. You get a
I've
there
never
are
liked
baby
players
Final
Torgal
of
Fantasy
man.
ever.
Yeah.
16 who are
We
looking
get a
forward to
Torgal
the
mount.
PC release. So
And a Torgal
we
mount.
Oh.
don't want to spoil the story for
Oh,
those
good,
who
they're
are on
addressing
14
this right
who are
now.
waiting for 16. So the crossover content kind of covers like the first part of the game without any
Oh, good.
spoilers. But
No
we have made
spoilers
sure
in
that
the
the rewards
crossover.
are very
Robust.
So I hope you look forward to that.
That's good. I'm very happy they addressed that because, you
Yeah,
know.
see, that's what I was saying. Yeah. So if it's gonna be the
よう
beginning
や
of the
く
game,
本当
it
長
might
く
be
引っ
like
張りましたが、
TNXT.
実装日
Right,
お
which
知らせで
it's
きた
like
ので
it's hard
各
to
言
not
語
know
ウェブ
that
サ
in
イ
the
トで
game
特設
already,
ペ
you
ー
know.
ジ開いていくと思います
It's not like the deep
And of
lore
course,
or like
it did
anything
take
like
a
that.
while, but
luckily.
the team worked really hard, and we were able to announce the implementation date. So I believe we do have landing pages, web pages that
So what day of the week is
give us the
that?
details on these.
まあ
Tuesday.
クエストのスタートがど
Tuesday?
こなのか
Yeah.
どんな
Yeah.
報酬がもらえるのか
I'm
細
remote
かい情
on
報すべて
Tuesday.
ウェブサイトの方に
So
記載されて
that
お
will
り
be
ますので
done
ぜひこの公演が終わってページが開いたら内容チェックよろしくお願いします
Summer
I think you will be
2015
able to
on
find
Lamian. Nice.
details
I
about,
started in
say, where the
Coral,
quest giver
and
is
maybe like a
things
year
that.
in,
So once the
a
page
year or
does
two
open up,
in
if it
to
hasn't
the game,
already,
I
we
transferred
encourage
to
you
Leviathan.
take a look.
And I only went to Lamia for like a
さあで
couple
は
months, but
1
I've
時間にわたって
been on
パッ
Leviathan
クスイーストの
for
会場からお届けしてきた14のステージです
90% of
が
my
そろ
career.
そろ終わりの時間となりました
Is
All right, I
that
think that we are approaching the
I
end of this
might not have
presentation,
my
actually.
floating holiday back yet.
Oh, wait, what happened?
これ以上スポイラーで話せないんだって
No, there's too much spoilers. I can't avoid spoilers. So.
What is he?
What?
ごめんごめん
No.
歓声しか聞こえない
I'm sorry. I only heard the cheers. I was curious to know what that guy was saying.
何何何 What? What?
Ah, Job action trailer.
ごめんごめん今作ってるから
We are still in the process of making that, though.
Sorry
Sorry.
まあいよいよ今日発売日、アーリーアクセス発表できたので、 5月上旬からは世界中を回ったメディアツアー始まるので、そこから多数の情報もちろん出ていきます。
Yeah, poor Yoshi was
So
like
yeah,
doing
today
this
was the
and
announcement for
just want to
the
hear the one
release
person.
timing, and so we will be conducting a media tour towards the beginning of May-ish, and we
Beginning
do
of May,
plan on
okay.
revealing more
Nice.
information in the lead up to
Nice.
That's
Dawntrail.
I'm
そして
really
7
looking
月に
forward to
は
media tour.
久しぶりにはなりますがプロデューサーレターライブも行って、いよいよグラフィックスア
I gotta
ップ
see
デー
if
トの
Rin's
内容
doing the
を
media tour this
実
year.
機ドントレーラーの
Might
クライアン
see
ト
if,
を使いながら細かいところかなり
what he
説明
might
して
be
いこうと思い
asking
ます。
or
And of
doing.
course, in April, we plan to do another letter from the producer live to talk about the graphical updates, utilizing actual in-game, using in-game.
もう本当に今開発佳境に入っているので、正直僕このPAX Eastの会場の隣のホテルでジョブのチェックしてたりするんで。
I usually watch like
But yeah,
Mr.
the team is
Happy
working really
Yeah.
hard, and I think
videos
we're
because
reaching
he
the
does
peak
try
of
every
our
class
development
or every
Yeah.
production.
job
And
and
I
so
actually
good.
am
I
also
love
reviewing
Happy's.
the materials that
I
come
love
up
Happy's
and in my
videos as
hotel
a
room.
whole.
I'll be curious if Jessica is gonna have
な
an
のでそれ
interview
ぐら
again
い一生
because
懸
his
命作
interview
ってま
was
す
the
んで
best one.
もうちょっとお待
Yeah.
ちください。
So the team's
And I
working
also
really
I
hard,
always
so
watch
just a little
Drax
bit more of
video
your
because
patience would be
he's
definitely
the only
appreciated.
person that is specifically asked in about months.
さあでは最後に改めまして本当に、ARR から数えると丸10年、そして 1.0 から数えるとねもう13年にわたって本当に世界中たくさんの人にサポートしていただいて14ここまで来れました。
So once again, I would like to just look back at the 10 years of ARR, and if you count it from the original 1.0, 13 years, just how much support we've received from players around the world, and just how appreciative I am of you all.
我々がね本当にここまで歩んでこれたのは本当にプレイヤーの皆さん、光の戦士の皆さんのおかげです。
And the reason why we were able to get this far in our journey is just truly because of the players, our warriors of light.
ぜひですねこれから今日お話ししたようにさらにこの先10年20年僕がちょっと死んじゃって機会になるかもしれないですけど、そうなったとしても14続けていけるように皆さんと一緒に引き続き歩いていきたいと思います。
But yeah, we will continue to strive forward, aiming for the next 10, 20 years, to the day I die, basically,
Aw.
to bring you Final Fantasy 14.
Hell yeah.
ありがとうございました。Thank you.
Nice. I'm glad that they continue to address that the game's not over, that they're still
not
trying to
only-
keep this going for a
It's
long
not that they
time.
continue to address that the game is not over anytime soon.
Yeah. Oh, I see
I
that.
like that he continuously addresses that he's not leaving.
Yeah,
A lot of
exactly.
people keep thinking that he's gonna leave.
Oh, I just
He
saw
cares
Maddie's
too
movie.
much. It's his baby. He's not
Yeah.
gonna give it to someone else.
I mean, why would he want to when he has so much passion for the game and stuff?
I
like-
know.
And
That
he
was-
probably makes a lot of money,
Well,
and he has
yeah.
a lot of say on Square
On the
Enix
board.
Yeah.
because of 14.
I
For
think he's talented
sure.
and a talented enough producer that he can work on 14 and do other things at the same time.
Well,
and
he
not,
just did.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, with the 16
so.
and I haven't played 16, so I mean, Alana and Shion, I'll defer to you guys, but it seems like, and oh yeah, you played it too, sir. Y'all played for 16. It seems like it went great. I believe everyone who's played it and loved it.
I
Yeah.
personally loved
was
it.
very good.
I loved the story. I loved how the story was told. I loved the combat. I am one of the people that used one of the make it a little bit easier accessories because I'm not a good video
But
game player.
that's what it was there for too. That's what's great is that the
but
way
I
that they
only
continue to do
used the
things, you
one
don't
that
have
helps
to.
you- I only use the one that helps you dodge. I didn't use the one that turns your combo, which literally just one button.
Yeah.
So it was only the dodging thing because I'm bad at dodging.
I made.
Yeah. But yeah, I had a lot of fun and I very much enjoyed the game very much.
Good. Oh gosh, I gotta. What am I doing?
16 is better than the 7 remake, don't at me.
I don't watch. I don't know nothing.
Hmm?
About
Yeah, you don't
7
really know
remake.
anything
That's not good. Yeah.
about 7, but like
Where? Why isn't it? What is happening, stream? I said to put the game up, and the game's not popping up. Weird.
uh,
Well, that was fun. So, recap.
Okay.
the only thing that I really was expecting out of this was the release date, and I'm glad we got it. Really, really glad we got it, so I can start planning for this shit.
Yep. Yep. Recap. We got the date. We have the release date.
We got the
saw
pre-order
the
date,
pre-order
which-
stuff, the pre-order notes, pre-order date, and the 16 crossover dates.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Like, I didn't think we were gonna see much more than that either, but I was
PAX,
hoping that that's what we would
yeah.
get.
At PAX, they weren't gonna do like big announcements, you know.
No.
I didn't
well,
think that they were gonna do
I
anything.
feel like release date is a big.
That
announcement.
no, they did big
yeah,
announcements.
something more like gameplay wise, and like it wasn't gonna come out at PAX, right? So
Yeah.
No,
they're not
I
gonna
didn't
say like,
expect-
"Hey, there's."
yeah, I think I only get my floating holiday at July 1st.